CWE main event championship match. Robbie Royce, Tommy Dreamer. Where is Marius? Well, it's okay because I made the right choices and I've been speaking with the right people, and they're going to make the right choices because that's what life's about, kids. You always have choices. Well, let's pray. For your sake, for my sake, you make the right choices. CWE Championship. Robbie Royce. Tommy Dreamer. Executive Ambassador Shane Madison. You all have choices. And I'm giving you one to make. You'll make the right choice. And the next time you see me, I'll be the CWE Heavyweight Champion. And this company, CWE, will be set on the right path. I'm a self-fulfilling prophecy. My word is the truth. My truth is the gospel. Heed my word. Heed the word of Marius.
Welcome everyone to CWE Wrestling. I'm Dave Petro. 1 week's time on this very program, we've got a huge CWE Championship match. The pissed off Pitbull, Robbie Royce, taking on the innovator of violence, Tommy Dreamer, again in 1 week's time. Coming up tonight, we've got a huge tag team match for you. JJ Sanchez and Kory Kincade, they're taking on the Sons of Anarchy, and we've got another huge bombshell announcement coming from the CWE offices.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following contest is set for one fall with a 15-minute time limit. Introducing first, hailing from El Salvador, he is the Extreme Luchador La Sombra.
Welcome to CWE TV. It's me, Mike Young, back once again, joined as always by my colleague Dynamite Dave Petro, and it's good to be back, Dave.
Mike, right off the top, I gotta tell you, I apologize. I didn't get your chair dry cleaned after it was, so to speak, soiled a couple of weeks ago by ATM, and then Kevin Cannon actually sat in there for a little while, so my apologies. I didn't have time to get your chair dry cleaned.
Well, I am back, and we are about to see the man in question, the guy who filled in for me the last couple of weeks, Anderson Tyson Moore. He'll take on La Sombra. Let's head back to Dave King in the ring.
And his opponent, from Hollywood, California, he is the A-list Anderson Tyson Moore.
There he is, Anderson Tyson Moore. He's Hollywood, or so he thinks he's Hollywood. Looks like he's got a servant working for him this week.
Mike, that's got to be the most low-end red carpet I have ever seen in my life.
In his head, he's A-list. How it appears on the screens of viewers worldwide, I don't know what letter I'd qualify it as. Certainly not A.
And I've said this time and time again, there's the only A list he's on is the word hole is after the A, that's for sure.
Well, the A might stand for Argyle. That was a very handsome sweater he wore
Oh,
to
right
the
off the
ring.
bat, it snuck a sneak attack on La Sombra.
Certainly was. ATM taking it to La Sombra early, and you can already see a huge size difference early on in this one.
Now, this is a rematch from the 4th anniversary show, of course, back in January. ATM and La Sombra met up, and La Sombra really gave ATM all he could handle.
He certainly did. A lot of high spots in that match, and La Sombra already proving to be quite a challenge for ATM as he pulls himself up, ducks under, and ATM slides out to the ring floor and follows that up with a huge plancha off the top rope. ATM down, La Sombra quickly in control of this matchup.
ATM has been granted a title shot on March 15th against the pissed-off pitbull Robbie Royce. And I got to tell you something, I don't know what the promotion or what the guy's thinking of, because I can tell you what, I don't think he's going to come out of this one with a victory tonight.
Well, we look back to the last time those two fought, and it was Anderson Tyson Moore getting the last laugh on the pissed-off pitbull Robbie Royce. He's going to hope lightning can strike twice. In that feud, he has had the upper hand more than once, and he'll look to grab the big one, grab that brass ring, and take the CWE Championship from our champion, Robbie Royce, who next week will be in action as he'll take on the innovator of violence himself, Tommy Dreamer.
That is one matchup that you don't want to miss. Right now, I'd be emailing or texting your friends, setting your alarms for 1 week from tonight.
Anderson Tyson Moore back in control of La Sombra in the ring. Size difference, just bringing it up again, it's just staggering. And Anderson Tyson Moore, not a big man. La Sombra, very, very small, but the things he's able to accomplish in the ring, simply remarkable. A great high flyer here in CWE.
Similar in style to Rey Mysterio Jr., if I was to make a comparison, because of the high-flying maneuvers and the tenacity that La Sombra brings to the ring.
He certainly shows some of the most heart in CWE. Between him, the Rebel Bobby Collins, and Bobby Fox, we got some of the most heart in Canadian wrestling right here in CWE. Anderson Tyson Moore whips La Sombra into the corner, follows it up with a huge Mafia kick to the face. Huge suplex on the wall. My!
Oh! As much as I am disgusted by some of the tactics of ATM, the man does have a knowledge of wrestling, and that was a tremendous maneuver.
A very innovative move set from Anderson Tyson Moore. He was taking him up for a suplex, dropped him down with almost a backstabber, backcracker-like maneuver, and almost scored a 3 count, but La Sombra showing that tenacity again, able to kick out, and now ATM focusing on the head and neck area.
Fans solidly behind La Sombra in this one, because maybe, I don't know if it's so much of as much of like of La Sombra as dislike for ATM.
Certainly, ATM, again, playing to the crowd, not following the officials' orders, doing just enough to not get disqualified.
Absolutely right. And you know what? I don't know what referee Stoico is looking at over there, but he's got to get his mind back in the match with only a 2 count there.
La Sombra able to not only kick out there, but also grab that bottom rope. He knows where he is in the ring. You wonder sometimes when guys wear a mask, La Sombra mental, if the mask heeds their vision, but doesn't really often become the case. These guys know how to work within that confines of the headgear.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Huge tag team match coming up later on in today's show with JJ Sanchez and Kory Kincade taking on the Sons of Anarchy. That's going to be one big matchup.
That's a non-title match. JJ and Kory, they feel like they were wronged back in our 4th anniversary show. They feel like they should have won that 4-way match and become the #1 contenders for the tag team titles. That, however, not the case, and they're hoping a win over the SOA tonight. Look at ATM mocking La Sombra. A win over the SOA tonight will put them right back in title contention.
Absolutely, and ATM following up with a kick to the back. I got to tell you something, though. When I more and more I watch ATM, and the guy, again, the guy has all the ability in the world, and I just don't know why he resorts to some of those tactics.
I don't know either, but ATM back in control. Every time La Sombra gets in a little bit of offense, creates some space, is able to, get up and get back in this matchup. ATM quickly stuffs him, and in this case, tosses him out of the ring.
You bet. Look at the capacity crowd at the hall this week for this big matchup. And looking forward to March the 15th. That is going to be one huge night of wrestling right here in Winnipeg. Mike, you got the details on that?
Polish Fraternal Hall, Friday, March 15th, and you can get all your ticket information at cwecanada.ca.
Just like this show and just like all the shows, when CWE comes to town, they put the standing room only, sold right out signs. Get your tickets in advance. It's going to be one big night of wrestling.
It certainly will, and we got a big, big treat for you. The franchise, Shane Douglas, comes to town, and you're only going to see him CWE March 15th, the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg.
Absolutely. Get your tickets in advance. Kind of a lazy cover by ATM on La Sombra. You're not going to beat anybody with a cover with your foot over the guy's chest, I believe.
No, you certainly aren't. ATM, though, right back on that head and neck of La Sombra. Now, Dave, you've been in the ring before. For me, it seems like a high flyer like La Sombra, a head and neck attack might not be your best focus. Maybe work on the legs so he can't do those high-flying maneuvers.
Well, anytime you work on somebody's head or your neck, you're really kind of hoping to discombobulate the guy, because you hope to basically get his bell rung and maybe get him a little off balance.
Throw off his equilibrium a little bit.
That's maybe your big words, because remember, I have a couple of Canucks to the noggin in the wrestling ring, so I can't use those big words. But yeah, right, it'd be great advice to kind of cut him down to size so you can't use those high-flying maneuvers. But hey, if you don't have your balance, you're not getting to the top rope anyway. Speaking of getting to the top rope,
ATM taking a page out of La Sombra's playbook, heading upstairs here at the big, big, big opening contest.
Oh!
Beautiful elbow drop from ATM on La Sombra.
What's he doing? Oh, this is just pathetic. He had every opportunity in the world to get a 3 count, and he is going now to the fans. And I got to tell you something. There's nobody applauding. Look at the fans sitting on their hands, except maybe the couple that look like they're from jail that he just ran by there with the jail jumpsuits on.
I'll tell you right now, this is not going to work when ATM has to go one-on-one with the pissed-off Pitbull Robbie Royce. You give the Pitbull a second, and he's going to bite you.
What kind of wrestling tactic is that? Anyway, look at La Sombra coming back strong.
1, 2.
Oh!
Oh, kick out there by Anderson Tyson Moore. La Sombra now back in control, and this is all the fault of ATM, who decided to take a walk instead of going for the pinfall after a huge elbow drop off the top rope. La Sombra grabs him, almost a rolling stunner type maneuver there into the ropes. Drop kick to the face by La Sombra.
Here it is.
Another pin.
Come on!
2. Another kick out by ATM, staying alive. Both of these guys showing heart, and as much as you detest ATM, Dave, he's got a lot of skills, a lot of heart in the ring. He just goes about his actions during a match, after a match, before a match, all the wrong way. Beautiful DDT there by La Sombra.
Here he goes. Come on, ref. Count. 1, 2.
Another kick out by Anderson Tyson Moore, staying in this match. ATM La Sombra kicking off our show here tonight. Don't forget JJ Sanchez and Kory Kincade teaming up a little bit later on to take on the Sons of Anarchy. And before the night's over, we'll also see former CWE champion Bring the Pain Matt Fairlane in action as well.
Absolutely, and we're waiting for a big announcement.
Beautiful.
Coming up. Danny Duggan has a special announcement coming up a little bit later on in today's show, too.
Anderson Tyson Moore gets the shoulder up there last second after a beautiful diving headbutt from La Sombra. That took a lot out of him. He's slow to get up. ATM kind of retiring back to the corner there, trying to get away from the offensive flurry that La Sombra has brought the last minute or so. And look at this.
Here we go. This could be it. This could be lights out for the...
ATM caught him, spinning him around. What is this?
Good reversal. I gotta be careful.
Oh, my goodness. A face buster right off the top rope. Anderson Tyson Moore dropping La Sombra face first on the canvas. And this is another moment when it could be lights out.
Oh! Almost took his head off, Mike.
Certainly did. Super kick to the face. 2.
Wow.
La Sombra.
I thought that was it.
I'm shocked.
I thought that was absolutely it. I never seen a guy absorb such a kick to the head like La Sombra just did by ATM.
La Sombra still fighting. Kick to the midsection of ATM. La Sombra up. Looks like he was going over there. Nope. Beautiful sunset flip.
Here we go. Upset.
1, 2. ATM kicking out again. Wonderful back and forth contest to kick things off here on CWE TV. I thank you for joining us. You want more info on La Sombra and Anderson Tyson Moore? Visit CWE. Oh, there it is! That's the headshot. That's it. No one gets up. 3. It's over. Anderson Tyson Moore victorious once again over La Sombra here on CWE TV. That headshot comes absolutely out of nowhere.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner, Anderson Tyson Moore.
Stick around, CWE TV returns. Anderson Tyson Moore with a huge win here over La Sombra.
Give your body the edge in one click with musclesbymyers.com. We have sports supplements, vitamins and minerals for all lifestyles and levels of fitness. And call or email for free one-on-one guidance. Smart buyers shop at Myers and musclesbymyers.com.
Hey yo, this right here is former WWE World Tag Team Champion, Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher. And I got a little inside scoop for you. When you need a new ride, when you tired of the one you got, or you need a new one, you want to look good going down the highway, you want to look good for all the girls, all the guys on the street corner, whatever, you call 123 Approved. And they'll hook you up with a loan, get you a new car, be looking fly, be looking like this guy. Oh yeah, 123 Approved. Don't forget it. Yeah.
On Friday, March 15th, 123approved.ca and CWE welcome former ECW World Champion, the franchise, Shane Douglas to Winnipeg. We'll be live at the Polish Fraternal Hall. Tickets available now at cwecanada.ca, Blade Hair, Rudy's Video, and our newest outlet, Video 1001. Join us for the official after party at the world-famous Palomino Club.
The 2012 Rumble to Remember is now available on DVD. For your copy, visit cwecanada.ca.
Hello, this is WWE legend, the Native American Tatanka, and I'm watching cwecanada.ca.
What a glorious day it's been for hotshot Danny Duggan. I've gotten not one, but two items in the mail today. First being these glamorous new pair of Zubaz pants. And second, I got a memo from the office of the Mecca Shane Madison. Yes, that same Shane Madison I can't seem to find. That same Shane Madison that won't call me back. But I did receive a memo. And that memo said that me, hotshot Danny Duggan, have an opportunity. So it says, as I will be the man facing four-time former ECW World Champion, the franchise Shane Douglas. Now don't get me wrong, it's an opportunity. Every wrestler who gets a match against someone the caliber of Shane Douglas is receiving an opportunity. But as much as it's an opportunity, Shane Madison, I see through your games, I see through your politics. You're not giving me this match for an opportunity. You're giving me this match so you can extinguish your problem. You're giving me this match so someone will make me go away. And as good as Shane Douglas is, I'm not going anywhere anytime soon. So I'm going to take this opportunity. I'm going to beat the franchise Shane Douglas. I'm going to make a bigger name for myself in the world of professional wrestling. But as soon as I get that 3 count and I go back through that curtain, I'm going to be dialing my phone, calling your house. I'm going to get back on the computer, writing you an email. Shane Madison, you got to come back to work sometime. You can't stay in the office forever. Me and you are going to collide, and I'm going to get my answers.
Dave Petro in the locker room, joined by JJ Sanchez and Kory Kincade. Gentlemen, you guys have a huge opportunity to become #1 contenders for the CWE Tag Team Championship. It seems, since you guys have become friends, a lot of doors have been opened for you.
You know what, Mr. Petro, you're right. Since we've become friends, there's been a lot of opportunities. We've been in tag team matches after tag team matches, close vid. Oh, fuck. I know where I want to go. Let's just go again. Right.
Episode 19, take 3.
Dave Petro in the locker room, joined by JJ Sanchez and Kory Kincade. Gentlemen, a huge opportunity to become #1 contenders for the CWE Tag Team Championship. It seems, since you gentlemen have become friends, a lot of doors are starting to open you in terms of opportunities.
You know what, you're right, Mr. Petro. When you got a friend by your side, a lot of opportunities are open, a lot of positives. You know what, we may not have come out victorious in the 4-way tag team match, but you know what? Tonight, when we beat SOA, we're going to be bubbling with excitement because that's going to shoot us right up to the #1 contendership for those tag team titles.
Mr. Kincade?
JJ and
Obviously, so excited for beyond words. More action still to come on CWE Wrestling.
Brings that way, Kincade.
Ladies and gentlemen, the following is a non-title tag team contest set for one fall. Introducing first, the team of J.J. Sanchez and Kory Kincade.
Welcome back to CWE TV. Dave King kicking off the introductions for this one. A huge match for J.J. Sanchez and Kory Kincade as they go into a non-title contest with the CWE Tag Team Champions, the reigning, defending Tag Team Champions, the Sons of Anarchy, and the fans here at CWE love Sanchez and Kincade and this newfound friendship that seems to be getting stronger and stronger. This bond not going anywhere.
I gotta tell you something, when I was talking to the backstage in the locker room area with these two guys, you know, J.J. Sanchez has it together. I just can't say the same about Kory Kincade.
He has, people say, a few screws loose. He might not have any screws at all, to be honest with you.
If Dave King was a wrestler, that would make a great three-man tag for a six-man tag, because he looks like he could fit in with these. Look at him. He's admiring these guys as they molest referee Kelly Russell.
And their opponents, they are the CWE Tag Team Champions, the Misfit, Mike Mission, Big Cliff Corleone, the Sons of Anarchy.
And here come the CWE Tag Team Champions, Big Cliff Corleone and the Misfit Mike Mission. Together they are 2/3 of the Sons of Anarchy, and they are the CWE Tag Team Champions. These guys have their sights going three different ways right now. On one hand, they got to focus on this match, Kincade and Sanchez. On another hand, they've got to focus on the number one contenders, those being M-Max, Mentolo, and Tyler Colton. And on another hand, they got to focus on two guys who want nothing more than revenge and to get their titles back, the big sexy beasts, Kevy Chevy and AJ Sanchez.
The tag team division here in CWE has never been hotter. And I got to tell you something, the SOA, they are just big, mean, ugly guys, and they have no fear. So if they are worried, you can't see it on their face, but to be in their shoes, I'd be worried because the competition is just heating up.
People say that, wrestlers portray characters. Cliff Corleone has his whole skull tattooed. That's who he is walking down the street. Look at Mike Mission's hair. You got to have some guts. You got to be one tough guy to walk down the street with a haircut like that.
Absolutely. You saw half the crowd gasp and the other half move about a foot back when these two guys come out. This is how these guys live. You know what? There's a lot of times you watch guys in the ring and go, wow, I mean, like you said, the characters that they portray. This is the real deal, the SOA.
They got to focus, though. J.J. Sanchez already in big-time control here as he tags in Kory Kincade. Already pulled the wool over Misfit's eyes in the beginning of this matchup, landed a huge spine buster, and now Kincade, instead of following up on Sanchez's success, has decided that no, he wants the big man, and this could be the beginning of the end of Kory Kincade.
Good grief. I would, if I was a tag match, I'd do everything I can. I'd want to tag in the referee before I tag in. Oh man, this isn't going to be pretty.
You want to keep Corleone out of the ring, not bring him into the ring, and Kincade used to hugging, but this is not the type of hug that he's used to.
Oh yeah. Maybe it'd be wise to tag JJ back in. No, he's gonna give it again. Got to admire his spunk.
Do his glasses to you look more taped than usual here tonight?
Yeah, it's gonna be even worse once Big Cliff gets his hands on him. Look at Cliff. Looks like he's waiting for a bus. And that's what he does at the bus stop when the little old lady gets in his way.
Big Cliff Corleone not happy with Kory Kincade here tonight on CWE TV. And a stomp to the foot by Kincade.
Yeah. Oh, you want to give him a high? Yeah, JJ want to give him a high five. He says, "No, I don't want a piece of Cliff." Oh!
Huge headbutt by Cliff Corleone, and we talked about it earlier tonight. We would hear from Danny Duggan. We just heard from him, and what a bombshell he dropped on us, courtesy of Shane Madison, who sent Danny Duggan a personal memo. Danny Duggan going to be one-on-one with the franchise Shane Douglas on March the 15th at the Polish Fraternal Hall in Winnipeg. Tickets for that available now.
Absolutely. Probably one of the biggest matches in the history of CWE when the franchise Shane Douglas comes to town. And I don't know if this is Danny Duggan, he seems fired up, but he's always that way. Now, is this Shane Madison's way of getting revenge, or is still kind of sticking his nose in his business? We've still not heard, other than email, and I've got a text message saying, bombshell coming. That's about it. Shane Madison, it's like the guy's in hiding or something.
He's avoiding Danny Duggan, that is for sure, although he doesn't act like he's avoiding Danny Duggan. One thing's for sure, though, Shane Douglas, a former multi-time ECW heavyweight champion, a former WWE Intercontinental champion. This guy has all the tools and all the talent to beat anybody in the wrestling world. He's got a wrestling mind like nobody else, and Danny Duggan is going to have his hands full come March 15th.
And the franchise has lineage to Winnipeg. This is where he captured or was awarded the Intercontinental title as a result of Shawn Michaels not being able to participate in the match. That was back in the 90s right here at the old Winnipeg Arena.
Yes, an in-your-house pay-per-view, one of the only pay-per-views, I believe the only pay-per-view the WWE's ever hosted here in Winnipeg.
Yes, you're absolutely correct. So Shane Douglas, no stranger to Winnipeg.
No stranger at all. He'll be looking to recapture some of that glory on March 15th at the Polish Fraternal Hall. Tickets and information at cwecanada.ca. And Kincade, shockingly in control of this thing. Misfit down. Sanchez taking out Corleone off the ropes. And Kincade coming down.
Oh, my!
And I believe he missed the elbow drop.
Oh, man. Was it an elbow drop? Was it supposed to be a leg drop or just a drop?
Maybe he was just hoping that he might fall on him. And Misfit laughing at him. Mike Mission enjoying this. You better watch out because Sanchez is standing as well.
That's a little bit too much laughing, Michael.
Uh-oh!
That's it.
Speaking of laughter, Mike Mission ends up being the brunt of the laughter from Sanchez and Kincade.
Oh, he's holding it up. You know what? You got something, you know. You got to
look out! Here comes the big man, JJ Sanchez, through the ropes with a beautiful plancha to the floor. Suicide dive through those ring ropes, and the SOA, who were attempting to possibly give it a dodge, have been cut off by the team of Kincade and Sanchez. And look at this, Kory Kincade can't decide what he wants to do at this point.
Yeah.
Climbed up the ropes and said, you know what, maybe this is a little bit too high for me.
Oh, yeah. Here he goes.
Heads together. Beautiful suicide dive from Kory Kincade.
First time I've ever seen Kory Kincade ever do something like that, and they almost took out first two rows of ringside.
One of the few times you'll see Kory Kincade leave his feet. The other time, that ill-timed elbow drop earlier in the match.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. You're right. And he tries to go get Big Cliff back in the ring. He tosses. You know what? The guy might be a little stronger than I give him credit for. He just tossed Mike Mission back into the ring, and now how is he going to follow this up? This is the big question.
Kincade has got to put his work pants on. Oh, and look at that, a low blow. Would you expect anything less from the misfit Mike Mission? As we saw just in the corner of your screen there, Cliff Corleone nailed a huge spine buster on the floor to JJ Sanchez, and this is exactly where you don't want to be. These guys have taken out every guy in the CW locker room with a double team like this, a triple team sometimes from the SOA, and Kory Kincade may just be finished.
Oh, he's just moving him over. Mike Mission going up to the top rope. Oh, barely got away, but did. He made impact on that.
Big splash, and look out! The big sexy beast, AJ Sanchez, Kevy Chevy, they've hit the ring and they're attacking Mike Mission.
Oh, my, with a chair! Oh!
May have just saved the match.
Oh, my word. Oh, going for another one. What does AJ have to say? Does he have some words for Mr. Mike Mission?
You know what? The last time we were in the ring with you two, Billy Blaze came in the ring and hit me with a title belt, and you two pinned me. So, as it stands, we don't have a rematch, but I have a really good feeling, Big Cliff Corleone, that you're gonna grant us a rematch. So, turn to me with that big, dumb, goofy look on your face and tell me we have a rematch.
Are they going to beat on Mike Mission until the rematch is granted, Mike? Is that what I'm understanding?
No rematch? No? I think you know what you got to do. I think you know what you got to do. How about now? Where's our rematch? No.
Now, as much as I despise the tactics of the SOA, Mike Mission is getting seriously injured in here.
How about now?
Oh!
They want that title shot.
How about you give us our rematch, because we got plenty more chair shots to come.
They want that rematch, and Corleone is going to have to give it to him to get Mission out of the ring.
March 15th, Shane Douglas is going to be in town, but we are getting our rematch.
CWE Tag Team titles will be on the line, and it looks like the Big Sexy Beasts have got what they wanted, a rematch for those tag team titles at the expense of Mike Mission's health. Cliff Corleone caves in and awards the BSB something the SOA thought they were done with, and that's a tag team title rematch. That is going to be an explosion here in Canadian Wrestling's Elite.
We are 1 week away. 1 week away from me versus Tommy Dreamer in an Extreme Rules match. A match that should be the most important match of my career. And I should be focused. I should be concentrating solely on that. But I can't. Because you see, I've got this little voice stuck in the back of my head. It's whining. It's complaining. It's pissing and moaning. And it's Marius's voice. And he's sitting there complaining about how he's the rightful #1 contender to my title. He's complaining about how he's going to save the CWE from me. Well, Marius, for months now, you have been poking the dog through the fence. Now, I'm out of the yard. I'm off the chain. I'm unstable. You want a piece of me? You're going to get one soon enough. You mess with the pissed off pit bull, you're going to find out. When you mess with me, you're messing with an extreme breed.
Muscles by Myers. Best supplements. Best service. Best prices. Period. Tell them CWE sent you.
Production services provided by Couch Potato Films. For a DVD copy of tonight's episode, go to cwecanada.ca/TV. The CWE store is now open for DVDs, pictures, posters of your favorite CWE stars. Go to cwecanada.ca.
On Friday, March 15th, 123approved.ca and CWE welcome former ECW World Champion, the franchise, Shane Douglas to Winnipeg. We'll be live at the Polish Fraternal Hall. Tickets available now at cwecanada.ca, Blade Hair, Rudy's Video, and our newest outlet, Video 1001. Join us for the official after party at the world-famous Palomino Club.
Ladies and gentlemen, bring the pain, Matt Fairlane.
CWE TV main event. Bring the pain, Matt Fairlane on his way to the ring. And this guy has not been happy lately. Not since he lost that CWE heavyweight title to the pissed off pitbull Robbie Royce back at our 4th anniversary show.
Very accomplished wrestler, bring the pain, Matt Fairlane. And you know what? He does have a bone to pick and just pushes Dave King out of the way.
Cut the damn music. You're looking at the rightful CWE champion. Last month at the 4th anniversary show, I was robbed. I took Danny Duggan to the limit and I beat him. Everybody says Shane Madison was in my back pocket. He did the right thing and counted 3 for me. After Danny Duggan used a taser on me, and I still won, shut your mouth. Just shut your mouth for 2 seconds. I faced Robbie Royce, who is now the CWE champion. The people commentating made note that John Cutler, former developmental talent John Cutler, came to the ring with me for my match. John Cutler is somebody I broke into the business. I trained John Cutler, and he turned his back on me and cost me the CWE championship. John Cutler, when he wants to step back in this ring, I'll beat the crap out of him. But right now, if I have to, I'll do what I did for the last year and a half. I'll beat the crap out of anybody in the back. I did it for a year and a half. And now, I will do it again because I am not afraid.
And look who it is. We know that music. We know who's coming to the ring. And it's big time bad news for anybody on the other side of this theme song. That's because it is the monster, the Axe.
Even before the music hit, my chair was shaking and my bottle of water here was shaking as the big man came out. Look, he's not even in his wrestling gear. He's just taking a little stroll. I think after Matt Fairlane challenged the entire locker room, he just came out and he says, okay, you want to fight? You got to fight.
You certainly do, and that's the last guy you want to accept an open challenge here in CWE. The Axe, a handful for any man walking this earth. He is a giant, and just to see him on TV, to see him online when you're watching CWE TV does not do him justice. This is a big, big man.
I was at a function because the Axe, very respected member of the community. I watched this guy eat almost a half a prime rib. It looked like he had a bag of potatoes, and looks like he drank 24 beers, and that was before the welcoming speech at a dinner we were at last week.
He is a big man, he is a scary man, and he has got to go head-to-head with a guy who's had a chip on his shoulder since losing that title. And, of course, Bring the Pain, Matt Fairlane. He lost that title to Robbie Royce, and the Pissed Off Pitbull in action next week on CWE TV. You're not going to want to miss it. CWE Championship on the line as Pissed Off Pitbull Robbie Royce takes on Tommy Dreamer, and the Axe firmly in control of Matt Fairlane to kick this thing off.
That's a match you do not want to miss next week on CWE TV. And another match you don't want to miss, March the 15th, Polish Fraternal Hall, the franchise. Shane Douglas comes to town, and he takes on hotshot Danny Duggan.
He certainly does that upon orders from Shane Madison, our executive ambassador. Madison looking for Douglas to do his dirty work, and Fairlane just went for an eye gouge on the Axe, and the look on the Axe's face. Oh boy.
I wouldn't want to be a kid at Halloween going to the Axe's house and saying trick or treat.
You actually think the Axe has leftover candy at Halloween to give to the kids?
Well, first of all, you wouldn't get any candy. But second of all, when he opens that door, I mean, was this guy in costume? Is he a monster? Look at him pulling him up. Oh, I think he took up some of the hair until he got his chin rattled there.
Fairlane now in control after catching Axe, pulling him into the ring. The Axe now taking a beating from Fairlane in the corner. The referee trying to pry Fairlane off of him. But Fairlane's going to take all the shortcuts he needs to. He's a master of working that referee 5 count. As you see right now, Trevor Stoico has to pull Fairlane off physically from the Axe.
But Matt Fairlane is absolutely relentless, and that's what you got to be to beat the Axe. And it's so hard to do, and he's just pounding on him, and he is bringing the pain.
The key to defeating the Axe is get him off his feet, and that is easier said than done.
Absolutely. Now he's trying to go for a bit of a suplex, but you just do not move the Axe if he doesn't want to be moved.
Fairlane now trying to throw him into the ropes. The Axe going to hang on. That is not going to happen. You can't use that kind of momentum with the Axe. You got to use the Axe's own momentum against him. Something Fairlane failed to do there, taking a huge clothesline. Fairlane pops right back up, and the Axe takes him right back down.
Oh my, that's like getting hit by a railway tie, that arm of the Axe's.
Just holding him up for a scoop slam, tossing him down to the canvas. Fans here in awe of the size of the Axe.
He planted him. Oh, he just planted himself there. Oh,
that was good for Fairlane. Would have been over. That would have been a
big... not the chair!
Fairlane bringing out all the guns, looking for a pile driver on that steel chair, and that'll put anybody out, including the Axe, but the Axe fights it off. And there's a chair shot to the spine. This one's coming to an end. Trevor Stoico ringing the bell across the skull. Look at the look on the Axe's face.
And then he bails out. He bails out. He wants no part of a very irate Axe.
Ladies and gentlemen, your winner by disqualification, the Axe.
The Axe fuming after taking 3 unprotected chair shots to the back and the skull. And the Axe in hot pursuit of Matt Fairlane. Join us next week. The Pissed Off Pitbull Robbie Royce takes on the innovator of violence, former ECW champion Tommy Dreamer. Don't you dare miss it.
You want to look like this?
Before like this? Then you gotta use these. Muscles by Myers! Get there! is former WWE World Tag Team Champion, Grandmaster Sexay, Brian Christopher. And I got a little inside scoop for you. When you need a new ride, when you tired of the one you got, or you need a new one, you want to look good, going down the highway, you want to look good for all the girls, all the guys on the street corner, whatever, you call 123 Approved. And they'll hook you up with a loan, get you a new car, be looking fly, be looking like this guy. Oh yeah, 123 Approved. Don't forget it. Yeah.
Production services provided by Couch Potato Films. For a DVD copy of tonight's episode, go to cwecanada.ca/TV. The CWE store is now open for DVDs, pictures, posters of your favorite CWE stars. Go to cwecanada.ca.
On Friday, March 15th, 123approved.ca and CWE welcome former ECW World Champion, the franchise, Shane Douglas to Winnipeg. We'll be live at the Polish Fraternal Hall. Tickets available now at cwecanada.ca, Blade Hair, Rudy's Video, and our newest outlet, Video 1001. Join us for the official after party at the world-famous Palomino Club.
CWE music provided by former Kiss guitarist Bruce Kulick. Check out Bruce's new album, BK3, available on cwecanada.ca and kulick.net.